I always say, like, people that get on Alinkers are kind of visionaries themselves. They have envisioned something for their mobility, but it wasn't there yet. They couldn't find it yet. The moment they see the Alinker, it fits with, like, oh, there it is. And then they get on it and it changes their lives. So I'm a woodworker, restoration architect, right? And I don't make bikes. I'm a designer though. And as a designer, you always look for a sort of context. And that context came when my mom and I were walking in a village where she lived in the Netherlands. And out of the blue, my mom pointed at those people with their walking devices and whatever. She said, "Over my dead body, will I ever use one of those things?" And what I saw is like, knowing how uncomfortable people are with death, and by extension disability and illness. If you give people devices that emphasize the disability, you create a social divide between people with and without disabilities. That became a justice issue. I get activated when injustice happens. So I was like, I should be able to do something better than that. And I started researching. And the researching is, how many people are actually like my mom and are not using something for their own safety or being able to move again just because of the stigma of those things, because of the social divide that it creates. And if you ask people with disabilities what their experience is, that's often what they experience. I made the prototypes with wood first. Then I went to a welder who translated my wooden mock-ups to be aluminum frames. It has to be like a sculpture, it has to be a piece of art. Now you're the one on the cool bike. Now you can be at eye level and just cruise the world, own the world, and it will change how you feel about yourself. We are not disabled just because we walk differently or just because we're missing a leg. Why does that determine who I am? Why does that determine how I'm being treated? When people are on the Alinker, they're going everywhere. They're going traveling again, they go to parks. It is unbelievable because it changes the internal feeling of self. The brain gets activated when you use the Alinker. And if the brain gets activated, it can create neural pathways. And I've seen it over and over and over again. The brain is dying to work. We just need to activate it. And I've seen people that can swallow again after 2 weeks using the Alinker, that can speak again, just changes everything. Yes, I invented the Alinker, and yes, I have a company where I sell the Alinker. For me, it's never really about the Alinker. The Alinker is just a little portal that gets people connected in community, that gets people to feel good about themselves, that gets people to engage in life again and to feel themselves again.